Hare Krishna. On Krishna's right foot, there is a line. There's a line that is coming down from the toe till the middle of the foot. So that is what is the 16th symbol that we'll try to meditate on today. This is called as up-curving line or Urdhva Rekha. So this Urdhva Rekha is a line that is going up. So basically till the toe. To be more precise, the bottom of the toe. That's how it is coming down. Now what is this Urdhva Rekha all about? What is the significance of this Urdhva Rekha? Let's try to understand. So this Urdhva Rekha is a very, very important line for us. Here it is described in the Shastras that any devotee who meditates on this Urdhva Rekha or taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, for them, this Urdhva Rekha or the lotus feet of the Lord is the lifeline, the only lifeline in life. For them, anything happens, their only lifeline is Krishna's lotus feet. And anyone who clings on to Krishna's lotus feet, what happens? He will go upward and upward and upward. The way the Urdhva Rekha is going higher and higher, even this devotee will go higher and higher. And finally, he will enter the divine abode of Lord Shri Krishna, and that is Goloka Vrindavan. Hari Bol. Such a wonderful significance. So this is the glory of taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. A devotee will keep progressing higher and finally enter the abode of Goloka Vrindavan. Another significance that is given is this line is firstly very direct, straight and narrow. It's direct, straight and narrow. So, if we have to reach the abode of Goloka Vrindavan, we don't have any other way. We don't have any other path. This is the only way, going higher and higher by taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. And that is what bhakti. Only by doing bhakti, which is the topmost yoga system, one can attain the eternal abode of the Lord, that is Goloka Vrindavan. There is no other way. There is no other way. And also another very important thing, it's very, very thin line, right? So one has to be very careful that we don't go off track. One has to be very careful. So this line also signifies that one has to be very careful and keep walking on that path under the guidance of devotees. And finally, the third significance is we are fallen in this material world, and how will we go to that highest abode? How will we attain Krishna's eternal service? Shastras say that this Urdhva Rekha that is there, it represents Krishna is ready to come down to our level, to pick us up and take us back home, back to Godhead. That's what Krishna does. He need not come onto this planet. He need not appear, but He does that just to take us back home, back to Godhead. So this Urdhva Rekha is talking about how Krishna descends in this material world. He comes to our level. We are fallen souls. He comes to this particular planet and He picks us up and takes us back home, back to Godhead. How much Krishna is doing for all of us. Therefore, when we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and especially when we are meditating on this Urdhva Rekha, let's have this one clear understanding that by meditating on the lotus feet, I can keep advancing in bhakti. By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I can keep advancing in bhakti. And yes, Krishna comes down to pick that sincere devotee back home, back to Godhead. The only thing that I have to do is I have to be sincere. So now if I have to prove my sincerity in chanting Hare Krishna, I have to chant and I have to hear. I have to chant and I have to hear. And there's no other thing that I'm supposed to do. No multitasking. Just chant and hear. If I'm able to do that, if I'm able to struggle doing that, I'm proving my sincerity. And yes, like this Urdhva Rekha is going up, Krishna will also pull me up. So with this meditation and prayers, let's begin our chanting. Hare Krishna.